So what is palliative care? Is it the same thing as hospice? I'm going to answer those questions, plus I'm going to give you my top 5 list of palliative care services you should be asking your doctor about. This is Pink Lemonade Life. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lindsay, and I have metastatic breast cancer. Now what that means is my breast cancer moved from its original source and was found in other parts of my body. For me, it was my lungs and my bones. So I'm here tonight to talk to anyone who wants to listen about the magic of palliative care. It is a term that, some people have heard of it. Many people have misconceptions about it. So I am here to just clarify, what does palliative care mean and how can it work for you? Okay, let's jump in. So what is palliative care? The definition of palliative care is an approach to improving the quality of life of patients and their families who are facing life-threatening illnesses. It is the prevention and relief of suffering through the treatment of pain and other problems. That is the definition by the World Health Organization. Some examples of palliative care would be pain relief. This could be through physical therapy, acupuncture, Reiki, massage. Counseling services is a form of palliative care, and that could be psychosocial, it could be spiritual counseling. Emotional support, that is just, kind of generic, but it could be more specifically related to the dying process. And hospice is actually a form of palliative care, and it also includes other end-of-life discussions. Hospice is just one type of palliative care, and they're often used interchangeably, the words palliative care and hospice, and that misconception prevents people from getting the much needed support and valuable services that are available to them. So that's why I want to bring this up. That's why it's an important topic. People are avoiding palliative care because they think it's scary. They think that means I'm dying and I'm giving up on my treatment. No, could not be further from the truth. So let's talk about palliative care services that you should be asking your hospital and your doctor about. Okay, palliative care is a huge field, and while this information is likely going to be helpful for a lot of different people, I want you to know up front that these tips are geared towards somebody with metastatic breast cancer. So these are the 5 kind of categories of services that I personally have used or have spoken to somebody who has used and has found extremely useful. Number 1, counseling. These could be things like talk therapy. Maybe your hospital has a social worker that you can speak with that does some light counseling. This could be psychotherapy, where you're speaking with a psychiatrist that may be evaluating your behavioral health medications, and maybe you want to talk to somebody about whether or not you could benefit from any behavioral drugs like antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. That's something you can reach out and ask for. With all of the stress that you're going through, with all of the other medications and treatments running through your body, for people with metastatic breast cancer, many times that means you're taking a hormone therapy. That throws your body out of whack. And so there's absolutely no shame in reaching out for some additional help. Please don't avoid that just because of the stigma. I just wanted to call that out. And relationship counseling. Relationships are hard to begin with. Now, when you add cancer on top of that, some of these issues just get compounded. Now, there are times in our cancer treatment where cancer can actually bring people together, and that is always a beautiful thing. But I have found that no matter how strong your relationship is, there's always issues that come up specifically because of the cancer. So don't be afraid of relationship counseling as well. Number 2 would be physical therapy. Now, this is another category that represents a lot of different subcategories. So for physical therapy, that could be orthopedic physical therapy. Vestibular physical therapy is about improving your balance, and there's neurological physical therapy, which could be handy if you're suffering, if some of your chemotherapy side effects have you experiencing neuropathy, which is kind of nerve damage. And a very important one, especially for young women, but for any woman in general, is pelvic floor physical therapy. Now, if you don't know what pelvic floor physical therapy is, it helps you with sexual dysfunction and incontinence. So if that's something that you are suffering from, there's actually a physical therapy that could help you out with that. Number 3 is financial counseling. Financial aid opportunities exist in hospitals, and sometimes you just have to ask. And there could be a social worker there that may be able to help you understand disability. They might have specific financial counselors for you right there in the hospital. My number 4 tip is art therapy. That's a fun one because that could be whatever you're interested in. But I have been to hospitals where they have writing programs. Maybe they coach you on some journaling exercises. Or maybe they have an art class that you can attend. And if that's not offered by your hospital, still look into it outside of your hospital, or just start drawing at home, or anything that brings you to life, really, because expressing yourself through art can be an extremely healing process. And beyond that, it can actually help you create a bit of a legacy for yourself. So I think that's really beautiful. My number 5 tip is to seek out the nutritionist. A nutritionist can help you keep your energy levels up and manage some of your chemotherapy side effects that may be making it hard for you to live a good quality of life. The bottom line is, palliative care specialists represent a team of people, and their entire goal is to make you more comfortable. Sometimes it feels like these side effects to our treatments are just something that we have to live with. And I think that's so hard because, we're here, we're living longer with metastatic breast cancer, and we're happy that we're living, but really there are ways that we can make our life so much better. And I think that a lot of the time we just settle for, living a life that is okay. But there are ways that we can make it better for ourselves, and we just need to be willing to ask. Thank you for watching my video on my educational series. If you would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks everyone. See you next week.